it's Kim and Kelly.
Hi, Kim and Kelly.
Now, I've got a question for you. Which would you say is the more sensible twin?
Twin? More sensible twin?
Yes. Bitch.
Oh.
Na 9 jaar ploeteren heeft Kim Deal het eindelijk voor elkaar. De nieuwe cd van The Breeders is verschenen. Tidal TK werd opgenomen met zus Kelly en 3 gloednieuwe bandleden die van The Breeders weer een hechte groep maakten. Kim vond haar nieuwe muzikale familie in de Mexicaanse wijk van East Los Angeles.
Well, I like bands. I don't want to be a singer-songwriter. I don't think I get in bands just to socialize. I've thought about that before. Do I get in bands just to socialize because I do have so much fun when they're around? But I don't think so, no. It just so happens that I end up hanging out with actually really cool, really funny people. The guys in the Pixies, they were hilarious. I toured with the Throwing Muses, they were funny. I don't know, it's just really, it's good. It's just, you just hang out with people that just make you crack up all day long.
Maybe too, there's a part of like living in Dayton, we were always weird. We were always weird. We were weird. Our sense of humor was weird. What we did for fun was weird. The music we liked was weird. We did not fit in. And so to finally meet people that are from Boston,
I was
New York,
a cheerleader,
California, stuff, you know.
I fit in.
Yeah, whatever. Cheerleader from hell is what you were.
Oh, bullshit.
You were a cheerleader from hell.
Bullshit. These sometimes are filled up with rims, you know, the car rims. Look at, see what I mean? They're filled up with rims. See, no rim, rim. They put the rims in here. Rims are like currency here. And here's where I live. This is a good view here, up here. You can see all the neighborhood. A lot of it.
There's a basement in the past.
Hey, I saw an Ohio map there.
Oh, here, I'll show you where I used to live. Mm-hmm. We lived real close to, well, Dayton. We were born in a trailer park. Yeah, me and Kelly are the only people in our family that were born in Ohio, you know. Everybody else is they're hillbillies from West Virginia. My mom was raised in a coal mining camp.
that sort of finished with your generation.
Yeah, with my brother. He's never worked a coal mine. Yeah. But he was born in West Virginia. My brother's a hillbilly too. Every time we do anything, we have to go back to family reunions and stuff, back to West Virginia. It's interesting. Everybody's real nice. But damn. This is weird.
Damn, what?
That's weird. People are so obese there, it's crazy. It's crazy. We're not talking a little heavy. We're talking everybody in the backyard is 300 pounds. Everybody. That's Mondo's truck. That's Richard's Porsche. Cal! Hi, sweetie. How are you, sweetie? Hi. You like my hair? My highlights? Oh, my God. How you doing? I got highlights.
Well.
Oh, good God. Nice to meet you.
How are you?
You bring. You're carrying. You're holding.
Packing.
Hi, my name's Kelly. I'll be joining you.
She likes
And-
long walks on the beach.
Yeah, and sincere people.
And hairspray.
Wow.
No, I don't like hairspray.
Look awesome.
Whatever. Hey,
Jesus.
how are you? He's gonna get him some now. Sharing a room.
Oh, now it's getting weird.
He just gave me the key to share a room.
No, Wolf just took off.
They just don't, they don't let you lift anything. God forbid I have to lift something.
It's amazing.
It's awesome.
Because Hispanics with the Latin blood, if they see me carry an amp ahead, now Jose don't do this.
A woman.
Richard will actually get in my way and actually make it more difficult to
Oh,
actually
it's not an
just.
option. Here, honey.
No, I got.
Honey, let me get that for you.
Fine. Okay, I'll get another one.
So now, what I do is this thing. I do the fake thing. And I just wait for it. Before I get down there, it goes, whoosh.
Honey, I'll get that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, whoa.
So I got it timed out to where I just, with me and my highlights, I don't have to worry about anything, do I?
Life forced to drive us. Spent the whole trip trying to go my way. Pity for me, tattoo. Oh wow, what a mile. Where are tonight's crimes go? Between the stars, under the stories, waiting love, star-hid cloud. If I offered to drive, just know your lifelines go.
Me and Rich played in another band called Fear, so we were on tour in New York at the time and wanted to find somewhere to drink, so we ended up going to this bar, and yeah, coincidentally Kim was there. I was coming out of the bathroom of the bar, and then Kevin was coming in, and he opens the door and he's like, "Hey, guess who's here?" I'm like, "Cool," and he's all, "Kim Deal." I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Cool, have her come over and see if she wants to have a drink with us. You know, we'll buy her beer or something." He's like, "Well, she said if you guys want to come over to her studio and, you know, jam or something," and we're like, she didn't say jam, but, you know, come over and, you know, play some music or whatever. And we're like, fuck yeah. So she comes over to us and she's real nice and she's like, "Yeah, you guys should come over, and you know, my friend Victor has this really nice studio and really cool equipment and we could play all night." So we ended up walking over there. It's like a couple of blocks away, and We ended up playing pretty much all night. We got there about 4. We ended up playing till like 9 or 10, and the rest is magic. She asked us, she goes, where you guys live? And we told her, East Los Angeles. And she goes, well, I'm gonna move out there. And we're just like, whatever, you know, not thinking she would actually do it. So a couple months later, we kept in correspondence with her on the phone, and she rolls up in her car and in her U-Haul and says, hey, did you guys find me a place to live? I'm like, fuck. And yeah, and ever since then, she's been living here for 2.5 years now.
It was hard to find people to play. And then I ran into these fuckers. And they're like normal. We saw Jose. Those fuckers can play. And they don't have any problem. Jose has no problem with me going, can you play like you've never played drums before in your life?
Kim's the best drummer in the Breeders.
Fuck you. He has no problem like playing like he like playing awkward and weird, you know? Oh, here's a beat. Drummers won't even play this beat. Jose's like, wow, that's weird. That's not it. It's, to me, that's a big part. I mean, that's how it goes, not, that's putting on the Ritz to me. And that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a rude hi-hat. If I said to somebody to make this hi-hat sound rude or to play rude, they would just roll their eyes and just go, nah, I'm going home. I'll work at my Pro Tools. Jose's like, all right. You know, it's like, yeah. And it looks gross, but it sounds cool. Round up, holler, girl. Round up, I will sing. Oh, I will sing. Title TK. If I don't black out, don't make for fucking and missing from the party. That boy's spun out. Hold what you've got. I'll see ya twist up the sky. Thanks. Can we do it again?
You have this perfectionism, and on the other hand, you listen to your stuff and it's all really pretty rough sounding, and it seems like...
Oh yeah, my perfectionism isn't like a, it doesn't come out, it doesn't, what's it called when it, something's itself, it doesn't come out like an ELO perfectionism.
No.
Right, it doesn't come out like that at all, no.
You
That
don't
would
see
bother
a
me.
contradiction there?
Yeah, it is weird. Don't, make sure you keep the gargle that I do at the front. I know.
It's perfectionism.
It's stupid.
But it's not for music's sake. Otherwise, you'd be into classical music. So when it comes to like Kim, like dropping the mic on something and keeping that's part of it. It seems so.
It was an accident. I didn't mean
I know, but the fact that you keep it is the point. Anyway, so that seems funny to have to
we wouldn't be
explain
able
it.
to use the ambient drum mics. And it's like, we're not going to get rid of the ambient drum sound just because there's a in the middle of the song. So.
Hey, you get some? Let's see, what do we want?
Do you need money?
No, I got it.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Can I get another bomb pop?
That sounds good. I might get that.
Yeah.
Go talk. I'm good. The push-up still as good as it were? Yeah. Our first performance was probably open mic night. Kim had a mic here that wouldn't stay on,
So the
and
mic
it kept
kept
falling
just
off.
going.
And we went into giggle. We had a giggle fit.
Yeah.
We were like crying,
yeah.
laughing so hard,
Standing
crying.
up there just.
Tears coming out of our eyes. It was so funny. And after we got done, Mick Montgomery told us that we would never be any good, that we were too unprofessional. We would never succeed in the music business. We were too unprofessional. Which is, thank you. That's exactly right. We are too unprofessional. Thank God.
Were you guys ever competitive towards each other?
I think as sisters, generally,
I'm not competitive.
Well, Kim,
I want you to sell 1,000 million records so I never have to fucking work again.
I'm not talking about in the music industry. I'm talking about competitive as sisters. Like, we got in a fight once at Christmas because of clothes, but we ended up cracking up. But see, the problem here is that we're twins, so you get a package to Kim and Kelly. Like we're one fucking person. Hello.
What would be your biggest difference, you'd think?
I'm cool, she's not.
The biggest difference?
I'm prettier. I'm younger.
Yeah, she's a baby in the
Faster.
family.
I'm the baby.
She is the baby. She's 11
I'm way
minutes
more
younger.
talented.
I've got all the middle child syndromes.
Everybody likes me.
Even though
Everybody
I'm
likes
11
her.
minutes older. But it's weird because I really believe in that whole older middle baby, and she is the baby of the family. She's spoiled to death, and she knows it.
Oh,
she
yeah.
loves it.
Do you guys ever write together?
We haven't for a while, since last Splash, really.
Well, when we're at practice, you're coming up with parts and stuff, but...
Yeah, but that's part writing. It's different than writing together.
Musically, what would be your biggest difference?
I'm trying to think.
That's
I
hard
couldn't
to-
explain it with Mondo, so how could I explain it with Kelly?
She
What's
taught
my
herself how to play
biggest-
guitar when she was 15, 16 years old. And I've never been driven like that. I've always been vocally oriented. So that doesn't explain lots of things, but it is one difference that I know. Somebody was asking, they were asking about this whole new music genre of, apparently, and I'm telling you what I hear, with White Stripes and the Strokes and the Hives, whoever they are, and wasn't it a great time for the Breeders to be back? And I had nothing to say to that. I'm like, and Jose goes, you know, we can't even tell you what we're going to eat today. You know, I would really like to say that we planned this all. We can't plan anything. You know, this is not a major plan. You know, it was like, so the whole idea of like trying to plan music or anything, you know, is impossible. You can't plan anything. You could try. And then you got to make sure then that, what's I guess really cool is then you got to make sure that you're flexible and unprofessional enough to deviate from the plan and to know that when you deviate from the plan, it's just opportunities. It's not, because a lot of times I have a lot of German in me. My dad, he'll be at the kitchen table. You have to get this. And he will, here's his silverware. He's lining them up. His last name is Diehl, D-I-E-H-L is the original spelling, I believe. And here he is lining up his stuff. All perfect.
Typical OCD.
Typical obsessive control disorder.
Compulsive.
Obsessive compulsive disorder.
Yeah.
He'll line everything up. And then what Todd does, my boyfriend, he comes, here you go, there you go, Ed. Give you something to do, get you started again. And then he'll just laugh.
And then we'll all watch him.
3 minutes later.
We'll all watch him as he like.
3 minutes
He
later,
can't
he
take it.
can't. He can't take it. He can't leave it alone. He can't. So there's a lot of German in me that wants to like, okay, we got a plan. Let's stop to it. Let's go. You know, so there's a lot of that in both of us probably. And then there's enough of my mother to say, oh, well, whatever.
I'm just looking for a way around. It disappears this year. You're the rod on water. I'm just looking for one divine hammer. One divine hammer. One divine hammer. I'm just looking for one divine hammer. I bang it all day. The carpenter goes bang bang. I'm just looking for one divine hammer. 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 One divine
You Kim, you have very strong ideas about how you want your music to sound like.
Yeah, I guess I think I'm like that when I hear sounds, but I don't not visually.
Let me answer that question for Kim. There is nothing better than you're out for the night, okay? You're out for the night, you've made a trip. For instance, last night, if there had been a DJ at that club last night and if a bad song had come on, you'd be looking around for Kim. Where is she? She's outside. She's left the building. She cannot stay where there is bad music. She can't do it. It's like taking a screwdriver and putting it in her ear and twisting it. She can't
It's like somebody
take it.
tapping you. Tap, 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 tap. It's just like, what the fuck? Get this, beep, 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 beep.
She doesn't have the gene that says, oh, you know, I'm going to turn that off right now.
Well, yeah, but it depends. Most bad stuff, because usually it's just bad music all the time, all day long. Is you know, beep, beep, ding, 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 ding,
Right.
you know, it's just I can zone out most. There are certain things I cannot zone out. For instance, Dirty White Boy from Foreigner. I have to actually physically leave the room. I get embarrassed for me.
Dirty white boy. I wish I knew more
Some
of it.
stuff is so bad, but it's not offensive enough that I actually like, you know, pick it apart in my head to figure out which wonder what it is that like really is irritating me right now. Is it the bass guitar slap
This
right
is where
now?
the OCD comes into play.
Or is it that
Where
kick
my
drum
dad
sound?
does this, she does it with music.
Or is it the snare drum
And she can
sound?
take, like,
if I
a
take
piece
the
of music-
snare drum out
Yeah.
and the kick, the bass part isn't that bad if they actually didn't use that slap sound on the keyboard. That might be a pretty cool groove, except for nobody there has any feel of whatsoever, and it's all coming from machines.
And there's kind
So
of
you just-
genius
I
to
could do
that,
that
because like it's like
forever.
chess moves. You know, she can deconstruct
Is that
it
a
in her
weird
head.
thing to do?
Huh?
That's not weird to do, is it?
Kim, most people can't do that. Most people don't do it, and most people can't do it. You idiot. This is where I come into play. It's a big sister. You just berate her until she does what you want.
Say you're one man's case, one word, falling upright. We've seen the two folks in our day. What? But the father the Pope finally sent away.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
These are almost, I think they're all wool. They're almost all wool. See, it's a lovely orange, isn't it? But look at this mohair. Look at the gorgeous colors I have. Wake up! I make bags. I make handbags and stuff. So every time we go anywhere, poor me, I've got to like take boxes of yarn with me. Look at this stuff. It's like cloth ripped up. So I have one bag of clothing and like 3 bags of yarn and needles that I have to take everywhere I go. Oh, it's gorgeous. Hold one while I get some purses that I'm in the middle of. Okay, let me show you. This is the bag I have from Europe. So I've got some stuff done in here. These are all my needles. This is the cutest purse that I've done lately. It's this really cool stuff that I got. It's Turkish. What I love to do is, here they are. I take old guitar strings and bass strings that we have, and I use those as the handles, the straps for the purses, you know? Like this is a nice big bass string, and I'll use this as a strap. And I brought those other 2 boxes, and that box is filled with it. These are all old beer boxes that Kim drinks, so then I've made myself a shelving unit. It's just full. And then what's really cool is Kim takes her stuff, her little stuff. She'll be sitting there at night, just sitting there, and what I'll do is I have this plate of beads or something, and I'll put it out. Here, look at that. That's really neat, isn't it? And she is like all high, and she'll just, no, I don't want to bead.
That's all you got.
And then she'll start looking at it. Oh, I could do. And then like 3 hours later, she's still beading. So, and then I use that stuff for purses or straps or something like that. And she doesn't even know she's doing it. Well, you know you're doing it, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I just knit like a mad woman.
Yeah. You didn't move?
So what's
Yeah,
so
me.
appealing about the knitting?
OCD.
OCD, that obsessive compulsive thing. Like I do crosswords all the time, like numbers, you know, or like an alarm clock. I mean, I've been up at night, like especially if it's 123, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 equals 6, divided by 2 equals 3, divided by 1 equals 6, 1, 2, 3 equals 6. You know what I mean? I sit there and just fuck with numbers, like she does with music, kind of. 3 times 2 is 6, 1, 2, 3 equals 6, divided by 1.
Good thing you don't smoke pot.
I know. No way. It's redundant. I don't smoke pot. No way. It's crazy. So I like that. I'm OCD on like numbers and knitting. It's very tactile and yeah. So it's like she is with music. I was thinking about that when she was talking about music. I was like, you know, I'm like that with numbers. You know?
You don't smoke at all?
Smoke pot? Hell no. Ugh. Pat. Sit there. Oh wait, I laughed too hard at that joke. Oh wait, my face looks. It's really fat right now, isn't it? I'm smiling too big. I'm smiling too big. I just get totally paranoid. I don't know how to interact in a social situation.
You just gotta pull through that, and then you don't do that anymore. You don't get paranoid, do you?
See, you know what though? It's like, from what I hear, people like to smoke because it helps them relax and sleep. I don't have a problem sleeping. I sleep fine, thank you. I can sleep all day, so I don't really need to do that, you know.
So what is your poison?
Oh, too many to name.
Speaking of
Hard drugs. That's my poison. No, but you know, and I struggle with it. I struggle with staying sober, and I mean, I don't drink, I don't smoke pot, and you know, I don't do X and acid and all that stuff, and I haven't for like 7 years. I haven't drank or smoked pot or anything. Yeah.
And you don't miss that.
I don't miss it at all.
You miss the narcotics, though.
But but my thing, I really like Ozzy Osbourne. He said, you know, he tries. If he falls off the wagon, he gets back up there and he tries again. You know, I like that. It makes, you know, if you relapse or something, it makes it okay. The world isn't going to end. Just get back up there and try again. You know, and I like that. I like thinking like that.
But do you relapse?
Yeah, sure I do. Oh, yeah. Sure. Yeah, but I only relapse on, like, heroin. I know. Tell me about it. Yeah, it's crazy. I like down. I like narcotics. I like, you know, painkillers. I don't like cocaine. I don't want to be up. You know, I don't like any of that stuff. I don't like mushrooms or any hash or anything like that. But so it's been almost 8 years clean of all that stuff, except for heroin. I tell you what, it just gets me every time. Yeah. But I'm not doing that now. I haven't done that for a while. You know, knock wood.
Oh, that's a famous song. Listen, come out. It's funny. Listen.
This is a famous Mexican song?
Come here. I've never heard it.
Ooh, there's a barbecue.
There's a barbecue starting Friday night. Come out. Can you hear
And you
it?
saw the lemon tree, right?
Right.
Have you ever heard a whippoorwill? He sounds too blue to fly. When the midnight train is winding up, I'm so lonesome I could cry. Have you ever heard a robin weep as leaves begin to die? It means he's lost the will to live. I'm so lonesome I could cry.
Okay, I'm just gonna do a simple
Oh, shush. Listen to her whine already. She's whining already.
Do a braid. What are you doing?
I was doing a braid. I was
Oh,
doing a
good.
braid.
Do you ever go to a
Touch.
barber shop and or a hair salon and watch somebody get their hair cut and get this weird, cool feeling?
Have you ever done that?
I noticed when I was in 6th grade, somebody was drawing their project out on the chalkboard and they were using the chalk.
You done that before?
And no, it wasn't me. Somebody else was doing
I'm
it.
talking to her.
Oh. And I watched them do the project on the chalkboard, and it wasn't goosebumps, but you get sort of a shiver of pleasure from some sort of center in your brain, watching somebody work on something tediously. They have to have some sort of intensity on what they're doing.
I know.
It's weird.
And then just for fun, let's use some other, because she just likes to be messed with, period.
I feel pretty.
Oh! It's the cutest ever!
I've laid the silent sun 1,000 times. I'm on it, but I'm going strange. The silence chills and shall cover me. With winded rock and skies I've yet to see. I tried, I even sent in friends. They did it as a favor, 'cause I'm not that way. I am the autumn and the scarlet. I am the makeup on your eyes. Island sail, island sail. Yeah, we're moving. Yeah, we're moving. I've laid the silent sun 1,000 times. Fortune me, fortune me. Of all of my mistakes, I think I let you late. Now every slip person seemed to come my way, but I've never seen a starlet or a riot or the violence of you. I am the autumn and the scarlet. I am the makeup on your eyes. Island sail, island sail. Yeah, we're moving. Yeah, we're moving. Yeah, we're moving.
It's yours.
no quiero que te vayas. La noche está muy fría, arrúllame tus brazos.